Okay, I'm going to get out my hard butters and oils first so that they can dissolve in the bottom before I put the liquid oils in, because, oh man, this is heavy. Because if you put your okay, let's start over. If you put your hard butters in last, you would get a huge splash of the oils, and then you'll be wearing it. How do I know this? You guys know how I know this. Yes, you will get a large amount of splashage. A lot of splashing. Oh my goodness. So yeah, there's that. And I don't want to be splashed in oil today. This is why all my clothes, why I only wear certain clothes, because I get a lot of coverage. Even though I wear an apron, it still goes everywhere. Let me put some of this stuff away. I ran out of here the other day and didn't put my stuff away. So how you guys doing? It's spring. It has sprung. The weather has been so cool that it's kind of weird. Yeah, really cool out. But it's getting better. Now it's, in the 60s and stuff, so. All right, one more. Hold on. Well, I mean, there's more than just this stuff. But my other stuff is over on the other side here. Oh, I need a bucket. Kind of hard to put this stuff in anything, or measure it, weigh it, if you don't have a bucket. Which I do have a nice clean bucket. And I need a nice clean spatula to scrape it out. Okay. And here we go. I also need a recipe. I know what's in my stuff, but do I know the amounts? No. Oh, please, I do not know the amounts. I sleep in between doing this, and, well, that should tell you a lot right there. All right, let's get this show on the road. I have my tallow. Okay. I also have a brand new bucket of coconut oil, but I think I might have enough in my old bucket to get me through for one heater. The other heater I didn't get totally emptied the other day because I was in a hurry. And it's not tilted. I want, if I get a new one, I want the bottom to be tilted so I don't have to grab it and tilt it myself to try to get all the oil out of the bottom. Good idea, huh? Yeah, they make them that way now. They must have got complaints because now they make them with a tilt on the bottom. The company I got it from is called soapequipment.com. I don't know where else to get them. I haven't researched in years and years and years, right? It's been a long time. So I'm sure somebody else has them, but that's where I got mine. And it's just an oil heat. Like a water heater. It has water on the outside. I don't want to move the camera because it's just right. But my oil heater has water on the outside. And then a heating element goes inside it. Like a regular water heater does, but it heats it. And it has a temperature gauge on it. But mine is so old that I need to replace the heating element. So I can't do the temperature gauge on one of them. I just have to turn it all the way on to melt everything. The other one, I can do the temperature gauge, but it takes forever for it to melt this kind of stuff, okay? So once I melt this kind of stuff, then I can leave it at a certain temperature, but that would be like leaving it on all day, so it would cool a little bit and not get to a higher temperature than what was on there. It's kind of a pain, if you know what I mean. So I heat it till it's melted and turn it off. Take the lid off so it cools down. Sometimes I pour it out into my pitchers. And sometimes, if it's really hot and I'm in a hurry, I put it in the freezer just to cool it down. Gotta do what you gotta do. So this is the stuff I use to make my tallow body butter. It is a deodorized tallow. I get it from Soaper's Choice. I have a link in my description. I like Soaper's Choice. But good prices, good people, women owned. And I've been using them for a lot of years. And I won an apron from them. Actually, I won 2 aprons, but I got an apron and then all these little extras. So I have sunglasses, I have a chip clip, a lot of fun stuff that I won. It was pretty cool. But yeah, I like them. They are great. Oh, not just because I won. Let me dump this in. Oh, I meant to turn this on. I didn't turn it on yet, so I'm going to do that right now after I dump that. Okay, there was a teeny tiny bit left in there. And I wait to hear it come on before I move on. The reason I've had my electric here is not done right, and I've blown, because that's an oil heater, so it's got a element that will blow the fuse. So I've blown breakers so many times. So just gotta be careful when I go to do that one. Now, you might notice I didn't change my glove. I'll tell you why in just a second. Come on, get over. Oh my goodness, it's like a circus. What the heck? There we go. Okay. Certain things I only use for certain things. This is only for soap. My shea butter's for other things. My tallow's for other things. My lard is only for soap. So I can take my glove from that and go to here, but I can't go to there. And I can go to lard. I just threw some on the floor. I'll get that in a second. I can go to these because they are only for soap. So if this has tallow on it and I put it in here, no big deal. It's going in the soap pot. Lard, it's going in the soap pot. But the other stuff, no, and I don't want to cross-contaminate it because that stuff doesn't go just in the soap pot. Neither does my coconut, things like that. Does that make sense? So I don't use this for anything else but soap. So it's okay if it has tallow on it. Oh, and I meant to clean that up before I step on it and fall down. Falling down hurts when you're big. I don't mean fat, I mean when you're an adult, a big person. Little kids are closer to the ground, doesn't hurt so bad. What is this? Well, I don't know what that was, but there was something on it. It's gone now. Yes, I just used my hand. I don't need to dirty anything else. That's something else to wash. I don't need nothing else to wash. I didn't need to check my recipe for these because they're all the same amounts. My hard and my lard, they're all the same amounts. The other amounts would be starting with the coconut and the shea. And the oils are all different, but this, a lot of people don't want to use palm. I use the palm shortening. It is certified to come from a sustainable farm, or I wouldn't be using it. Okay? And I like it in the soap. It makes a nice hard soap. This isn't like the other palm that has to be stirred. That's why I like it. The less work I have to do, the better. So how was your Memorial Day? Did you have a good day? I worked, as usual. It wasn't super busy down here, and that all has to do with our parking situation. Paid parking kind of sucks. Well, it does for the local people anyway. And the locals refuse to come down now. So a lot of the businesses like me and restaurants and other places are all suffering. But we're fighting. We're going to another meeting tonight and hopefully we'll get something done. Fingers crossed. I'll let you know in the next video if we got anything done. Because it's very, very disheartening. There we go. Okay. Okie doke. Next, let me go throw that in the heater. All right. So my wish in the next, hopefully, year is to have a warehouse where I make my products and storefronts where I sell them and online. The wish I have is that if I do that, I will get one of those big oil heaters. Yeah, that would be beyond cool. Beyond cool. Because these, I can only make 5 boxes. And I would do bigger batches is what I'm getting at. So that would be awesome, wouldn't it? All right. So we have been selling off stuff, old trucks, some old junk we found in the garage. We have a lot of old junk. But, hold on, I gotta get this wrapper on the sides here. Okay. I'm not putting this one up on the counter because it's 50 pounds. I don't want to lift it. We've sold a truck. We sold my motorcycle. We sold my husband's motorcycle. Now, I sold mine because I have a back problem and just riding it just hurts. So I sold it, which was very sad because I've had it since 2008. Yeah, long time. So sold that. My husband sold his because, well, he's getting older. He's thinking he wants a trike. Okay. So he sold it. And he bought a pickup, a nicer one than he had. We sold the old one. But I have an old pickup. Now, I have not looked for that, for that title since I got it, right? 2011. Well, back then, we lived somewhere else. And I had a desk. I no longer have the desk. And we moved. And so everything got kind of everywhere. Can I find that title? We've had to reorder titles on several things because things got moved. So do I have to order a title before I sell my beater? It's a beater. Yeah, beater with a heater. So I'll be doing that today. Yeah, it's a beater with a heater, and the AC only works sometimes when it wants to. It's a stick shift. So, yeah, we'll see if I get anything out of it. That truck has almost 200,000 miles on it. It's just a little canyon, little red canyon. It is called a work truck, literally, WT, work truck. And I love that truck. I drove that truck. I put all but, I think it had 20,000 miles on it when I bought it. So that's a lot. My husband put some on, yeah, but yeah. That's a lot of miles. But I love that truck, you know? I do. Like I put in the ad that I'm going to make. It'll get you to work, and it might get you home too. It got my husband home every day when he was driving it, so. But yeah, we're getting old. We don't need all this crap. We got a lot of crap. All right, new glove for shea butter, which I gotta look at my recipe for that one. Yep. And coconut. My coconut is just about gone in this big old bucket. Maybe I'll do that one first. My hand was a little sweaty. You ever put gloves on when your hand is sweaty? Not fun. The fingers are all goofy. Oh boy, don't tell me they're coming in here. Someone I don't want to see, sorry. Anyway, I know, I'm grumpy because I'm tired. And if it's who I think it is, it's not a customer, so. No, it's not who I thought it was. They can come in. Oh, we had some doggies this morning, 3 of them. They were going for a walk, and they, of course, had to get treats. So this is 76 degrees coconut, okay? I'm gonna put it back on the floor and dig that out. What a pain. In the summer, when it's warm, even with the air conditioner on, this is softer, much easier to dig out. Yeah, hold on a minute. And hopefully that's enough so I don't have to open the other one just yet. Because it's kind of a pain to open. Only because it's very heavy. Oh, there we go. Ha! Look at this. I got the big chunk out. All right. Now I can put it back up here because I got some big chunks out. They used to ship it differently. See, it was in a box, but I think the handle was out or something. Well, they changed things. Now it's in a box and you gotta tip it over to get it out. It's crazy because you can't reach the handle. Oh yeah, we're gonna be good on this. I might even have a little bit left over. Let's see. Yep, I have a little bit left over in here. That's all right. That's okay. It's cloudy today, it's supposed to rain, which is fine. I'm not making anything like bath bombs or shower steamers, so if it wants to rain, it can rain. I got a soap order, wholesale order, that I need to make. And she's very good about well, hers are special. She gets, sorry, my pants, after all that bending over. She gets round soaps instead of my normal regular soaps that I cut. She gets round ones. So, hers have to be made special. But that's okay. She's been my wholesale customer for a lot of years. A lot of years, so I don't mind making her special. She's a good customer. But I got to get going on it because she ordered it the other day, but it was Memorial Day weekend. I don't make stuff on the weekends when it's busy, or very rarely do I make stuff on the weekends. It's just too busy. If I have help, which I'll have help this summer, I might do soap on the weekend so people can watch. That's kind of cool. And, oops. Yes, I dropped an itty bitty piece down there. You know, I love the way shea butter works in products. Because I put it in several products, okay? But boy, does it stink. I mean, not stink, but it's got a smell to it because I use the raw. You can tell it's very yellow. Yeah, it smells. It's strong. So this is just way over the top. I'm gonna try and squish it down a little bit. Okay. Got it. And it will be melting soon. Okay. Make sure I got everything. Okay, coconut, yeah, lard, palm. Okay, let's get our avocado oil. People looking in the window. So, do I go over a lot? Yes, I do. Do you know what I call that? Super fat. I don't automatically put super fat in my recipe because and I don't know why rice bran settles so much. I've never looked into it, but it does. Yeah, the super fat, I don't normally add it in my recipe because I always pour and there's a little extra. That's my super fat. It's not a lot extra, it's just a little. So, no worries. When I say it's a little extra, like half an ounce on some of them, an ounce on others, that's not a lot of super fat in that huge amount. Okay? The percentage is maybe 2%, maybe 1%, 2%. So it's no big deal. All right, now these two are different amounts than those, so I gotta check my recipe real quick. This one's like syrup. And what is this one? This one is a small amount, but you know, I like to have olive oil in there. Don't put a lot in. Olive oil is expensive these days. I cut out cocoa butter because the price. Crazy. So no cocoa butter in my products anymore, at least for now. There we go. That's it. Make sure I got it all. Let me look at it. Yep. That's it. I scrape this out into my heater, and then I'm going to put the lid on and let it dissolve. And what I did the other day was pour out some of my other heater to empty it. So I have some of that, and I may pour out a little bit more. I have to look and see if I need to pour out more. I can make one of her soaps, the wholesale soaps. They're called single batches. When I do a single batch in round soaps, it makes 10 bars. So I can probably do a single batch with hers, with that little bit that I poured out the other day. Because I was getting everything ready for today to empty and refill. And then tonight, because this stuff won't be completely ready to use till tomorrow. So tonight I need to make my lye water, because I master batch that, and because it gets so hot, yeah, I let it sit overnight. So 1 second, let me see. Let me put the lid on there. My coconut oil sticking up. Oh yeah, I can just use what I've got here. And I'm sure this will make one batch of soap. And I do have enough lye for that. So, yeah, I'm sure that'll be enough. My small batches are 36 ounces. That makes my 10 bars of round soap. So I guess that's it for now. Not like you haven't seen me fill these oil heaters before. Sorry, but it's like, you know, same thing over and over. I'll let you know when I make lotion again, because you didn't get a good view of that. But I will let you know when that's coming up. And I will film that, hopefully beginning to end, because I do have Kelly that works with me now, and she can help. All right, well, thank you. What do you think about the purple? I'm back to being purple. It goes good on that gray, really good on that gray. I didn't do the back. I didn't want to waste so much product to do the back, but. And then I got my no paid parking because I'm going to a commission meeting tonight to argue with them about paid parking and how it's hurting our businesses. I keep you updated, see what happens. All right, thank you for watching. Hit that bell. If you have any questions, just message me. I'll help you out where I can. Thanks. Bye.